What is happening, you beautiful people? Welcome back. Welcome home. You're locked in. This is TB in the house. If you're new here, let me give you the lay of the land. We don't do hidden agendas. We don't do hate. And we definitely don't do the us versus them game. We do one thing here. We are trying to resurrect a dying art form. We are trying to bring back common sense. We deal in truth. We deal in facts. And sometimes the truth is funny, and sometimes the truth is a hard pill to actually swallow without water, even for me as well. But we take it together. Today is a special one. Look at the calendar. We made it. It's that time of year. So right off the bat, I want to look you in the eye, metaphorically speaking, of course, and say Merry Christmas and a very soon to be Happy New Year. Seriously, take a breath. You survived another year. You navigated the chaos, the work stress, the bills, and whatever crazy curveballs life threw at you. You are here, and I am glad you are here. Now let's talk about common sense during the holidays, or rather the lack of it. Have you been to a shopping mall in the last 48 hours? If you have, you know that common sense evaporates the moment you smell cinnamon pine cones and hear Mariah Carey for the 5,000th time. I saw a guy yesterday fighting over the last parking spot like he was landing a fighter jet on an aircraft carrier. Bro, it's a spot next to a cart corral. It's not that deep. But that's the holidays, right? We stress ourselves out buying gifts for people who probably would be just as happy with a text message and a hug. We wrap things that are mathematically impossible to wrap. Have you ever tried to wrap a bicycle? You just cover it in paper and hope it doesn't look like a mummy having a seizure. We eat food that we know is bad for us. We drink eggnog. Let's be real. There are a lot of people that actually don't like eggnog. We just drink it because it's there. And we think, hey, maybe this year it won't taste like liquid bubble gum mixed with regret. Spoiler alert, it always does. But look, I love it. I love the chaos. I love the lights. I love the feeling that for just a couple of days, the world actually pauses. But because I love this season and because I care about the people listening to my voice right now, we have to have a conversation. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. It makes me sad that I even have to say this or even talk about it. It actually hurts my heart a little bit that in the year 2025 or almost 2026, this still needs to be a topic. But common sense dictates that we look at the facts. And the facts are people are still making stupid decisions. So let's cut the music. Let's cut the jokes, and let's talk about the elephant in the room. We're entering the biggest party week of the year. Christmas parties, New Year's Eve, family gatherings. The drinks are flowing. The good times are rolling. But there's always that group of people, and I pray it isn't you, who think they are invincible. There are people out there who want to roll the dice with human lives. They want to get behind the wheel of a 2-ton metal machine while they are drunk or high or buzzing on something. I'm coming at you with no hate right now, just the truth. Please do not do that this holiday. We talk about common sense on this show. Here is the ultimate common sense. Physics does not care how well you think you can actually drive. Chemistry does not care if you've only had a few. When you get behind the wheel intoxicated, whether it's alcohol, weed, pills, I don't care what it is, if your mind isn't clear, you are pointing a weapon at everyone else on the road. And let's talk about you for a second. You are more important than that. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you matter. Your life has value. You're not disposable. So why would you gamble that value away for a 15-minute drive? And even if you don't care about yourself right now, maybe you're in a dark place, maybe you're struggling, think about your family, your mom, your dad, your kids, your best friend. They are too important to be put through that kind of grief. Imagine the phone call. Imagine the police officer knocking on their door at 3 a.m. on Christmas morning. Not to tell them Merry Christmas, but to tell them that you're gone. Or worse, that you're gone and you took a family of 4 with you. That is grief that never goes away. That is a shadow that hangs over every Christmas forever. It comes down to selfishness. I know that's a hard word. Nobody likes to be called selfish. But if you think your convenience of getting home right now is worth risking a child's life in the other lane, that is selfishness. Common sense is about looking at the consequences before you actually take the action. So here's the playbook. This is the TB in the house strategy for surviving the holidays. Option 1, stay home. Seriously, if you're going to get wrecked, do it on your own couch. The floor is a much safer place to pass out than the highway. Option 2, if you go out, have a plan before the first drink touches your lips. And I want to be specific here. Do not call the less intoxicated friend. We all know that guy. Oh, I'm good to drive. I only had 4 beers. You had 6. No, that is not a designated driver. That is a recipe for disaster. Call a responsible, sober friend. Call a family member. I promise you, your dad would rather wake up at 2 a.m. to pick you up than wake up at 6 a.m. to identify your body. He might yell at you for waking him up, but he'll be glad you're alive. Option 3, which is Uber, Lyft, or some type of taxi. A lot of times they run promotions for around the holidays like this. Sometimes it does cost money, yes. But if an Uber costs $40, a DUI costs tens of thousands of dollars. A funeral costs even more. Do the math. Common sense. And here's a big one. Listen up. This is important. If you're going to a party or clubbing and you think you have a designated driver, have a backup plan. Because sometimes the designated driver slips up. Sometimes the DD runs into an old friend, has a shot, then another, and suddenly your safety net is gone. Sometimes the person you trusted ends up falling into the alcohol or the drugs too. It happens. Don't get stranded and think, well, he's mostly okay, I guess we'll risk it. No. Have a backup person to call. Have the Uber app installed on your phone with your credit card already linked. Think safety before you actually do anything. Look, I'm not trying to be a buzzkill. I want you to have the time of your life. I want you to laugh, dance, eat too much food, and celebrate. We have a whole new year coming up, a blank slate. 2026 is going to be whatever we make of it. I have a feeling we're going to do big things. We're going to bring common sense back in style, but I need you actually here for that. I need you alive, healthy, and free of regrets. So for me, Teebee, to you and yours, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, have a blast, be smart, be safe, don't be selfish, love your people, and let's make sure we all wake up in the new year ready to rock. Thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me be a part of your day. This is Teebee in the House. Common sense is free. Don't forget to use it. I am out.